People ask me that how much water should be consumed in a day by an average person and what is the proper way how one should consume it. Things are very simple. We advocate that you drink ample of water half an hour before each meal. Like if you are taking 3 meals a day, at least 1 liter fluid in any form, it can be lemon juice, it can be orange juice, or it can be plain water. You should finish taking this quota of 1 liter water half an hour before food. So, morning meal, before lunch, and before dinner. But if you are having only 2 meals, then you should have 2 liters of fluid quota before morning meal and 2 liters of this quota before evening meal. And that too, you finish taking quota of these 2 liters half an hour before each meal. So the fluid which you take, it should be closer to body temperature. Like if you are drinking chilled water, then that chilled water has to come to body temperature in the stomach, so that definitely causes some sort of a crisis in stomach. So far as possible, even if you are fond of chilled drink, you drink plain water or plain fluid, and once your thirst is satiated, then you can drink chilled water. But never venture drinking chilled water, especially in hot hours. You should not go for it. It should be very close to the body temperature. And this type of fluid intake, if you have anytime, even if you are taking casual snacks or fruits, you see that you drink ample of water and then go for eating. The main reason is on empty stomach, the emptying time for water is very quick. And on empty stomach, when you drink water, it gets disseminated very quickly in the body, and body is well hydrated. Whereas if you fail to drink before food, and with food or after food, if you drink, the whole thing, the food as well as the water which you consume would be lodged in stomach for churning, and this churning sometimes has to continue for 1.5 to 2 hours depending upon what you have eaten. That means for 1.5 to 2 hours your body will not get fluids in spite of drinking. Rather, drinking water after food will add weight and extra load for churning in the stomach, and body will not get it. Moreover, if you are thirsty or your body is deprived of fluid and you eat without drinking water earlier, then what happens? Body has to salivate. While eating, your mouth gets sprinkles of saliva, and lot of saliva is secreted, no doubt. This saliva is again recycled and used by body as a fluid. But for the time being, body is further dehydrated. So if you are thirsty, if you are dehydrated and you fail to drink water before food, so by taking food, you are again adding to your dehydration by secretion of saliva for digestion. So therefore I advise strictly follow the rule that slowly you go on drinking water, say for 1 hour or half an hour up to 1 liter, and once your body is satiated with fluid, hydrated well, then you eat your breakfast, lunch or dinner, whatever it is. But before each meal you consume 1 liter of fluid on an average. But if it is summer, then maybe you would need to drink 1.5 liter before each meal. Moreover, if you are a sportsman or having physical work, then again you need to drink little more. Then the quantity of water intake may vary from persons to person depending upon what type of diet one has. Like see, this rice when it is cooked, it itself contains 70% of fluid. Whereas if you are eating the rotis prepared out of wheat flour, then it doesn't contain much fluid in it, and therefore you need to drink little more water when you consume wheat chapatis and all. But when you are consuming rice and sambar and all, which is in liquid form, then it itself contains a more fluid, and therefore your water requirement will be relatively less. But your hydration should be such that you should have enough scope for sweating, and that gives wonderful cooling for you. Even if the room temperature is above your body temperature, body starts cooling. When body has ample of fluid, body starts sweating, and that cooling, is spontaneously there in the body, so you don't realize the heat. Moreover, some people who have cracked skin, that also gets cracked because of extra dryness, and that extra dryness is because of lack of hydration. So therefore, it's very useful. There is always a sort of a misunderstanding that people feel that when you are hungry, you just eat. If you drink water, then your appetite will be lowered, but that doesn't happen. Half an hour before your meals, if you drink ample of water, that gets disseminated within few minutes, and once it is disseminated within few minutes, then your appetite is as it has to be, and therefore don't worry, see that you drink ample of water before food.